Here's a song to get you into your podcast. I wanna kiss you all over till the night closes in. Hey, Jodes.
Hi, mate. I don't know that song.
You don't know that song?
No.
Oh, well, look it up. It's a really good tune. Anyway, we had a lot of fun today. We launched our Handball Blitz. It's been going for a couple of days now. We just checked in with our correspondent, the wonderful, the absolute sprightly Gussie from Warradale.
Well, this was after my children failed to adequately explain how handball works, so we had to move on to an expert.
Yeah, we had to bring in the big guns.
Yeah. We also spoke hoarders. Oh, my God, there's a hoarder in Adelaide who currently is being raided as we speak. 10 skip bins out the front. And I have encountered an absolute meathead animal at the gym. Discuss, please.
Okay, was it this guy?
Yes.
Oh, it's a deep burn.
Oh, it's a deep burn. Let's get into it now. If you've already been to the gym, well done. You're really, really nailing it. And don't worry about what anybody else says. Just go for it, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, get it.
It's
impressive.
a deep burn.
So deep.
Oh, it's so deep. Oh, I could barely lift my right arm because I did so many. I don't know if you heard me counting. I did over 1,000.
Over 1,000 reps.
Yeah, it's kind of good to knock it off early in the morning, the gym, don't you reckon?
Absolutely, particularly if you're straining like Ron Burgundy.
Yeah. I take my hat off to anyone who can exercise after work. It's extraordinary to me.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Past the time of about, I reckon, 3 or 4 p.m. So, Abby, when you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, how difficult is it for you to try and get to the gym?
I go at 4:30 but 4 days a week I go at 4:30. And it's fine for me because I've done this no caffeine thing for 21 days and I feel great. So I'm going to the gym, I'm not yawning, I'm not tired, like I'm ready to go, which is ridiculous. But yeah, I find it quite easy.
And grunting and carrying on.
See, this is the thing. I lifted, not to toot my own horn, but I deadlifted 100 kilos on Saturday night and I didn't grunt at all. So,
Dang.
Thank you.
How many kilos?
Impressive. 100 kilos.
That was
100
my
kilo
goal.
deadlift.
I'm doing this dial-in, which is like a challenge at the gym, and my goal was 100 kilos by the end of it, but I bloody did it at the test-in. So now I'm going to have to go higher. But anyway.
You have to go 150. That's your next goal.
Oh, my God. Now I work with two people who brag about fitness.
But anyway,
it's not,
there shouldn't be any grunting. I used to go to a gym here back when I lived here, and a guy used to get on the treadmill and flap his arms like this. And I'm like, what are you, a bird about to take off, mate? Like, what are you doing?
He's trying to take off.
Yeah.
Little did he realise he's a peacock and they're a flightless bird.
It's funny you mentioned grunting because I have a bloke at my gym for the better part of a decade. Ever since I've been going to the gym at the same time as him, likes to grunt. And the other day I just thought, you know what? I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you peacocking in the gym. Like you want everyone to know how much you're lifting and how strong you are. So I just took a little bit of audio of him at work.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he's going for it.
If that's him in the gym, what's him in the bathroom like?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Jeez, welcome to Hemorrhoid City.
Yeah. And I don't, at the risk of sounding filthy here, it sounds like he's actually engaging in the act of a session. That's what it sounds like to me when he's doing it. But the worst thing is, at the start of it, he'll give it a bit of, like Leighton Hewitt, come on! Like he'll G himself up, and at the end, if he hasn't achieved what he wanted to achieve, he'll let a big F-bomb go as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, or a big S-H-I-D.
So, what's that?
So if you're going through your day today and you're thinking, you know, am I winning today or am I losing today? As long as you're not doing this in the gym, you're winning.
Oh, gosh. Listen to him. Do you know it as well? I'm surprised that you can even hear him when you're on the treadmill just pumping out this. That shows that guy's still grunting. Turn it up. Hoarding.
Whoa.
Spaces are important.
Whoa.
Spaces are very important.
Fluidity in words is also really important as well. Just bear that in mind. We've got a bit of a breaking news story this morning. It's all over Channel 7 Sunrise. There is a guy at Hunfield Heights whose house is being raided because he's a hoarder. And I'm assuming it's a he, but let's go to Hayden Nielsen from Channel 7 who will know better than me. What the hell's going on down there?
Morning, Haydos.
Good morning, Jodie. Good morning, Hayesy. Yes, it is a he. It's a guy and a girl, and this has been going on for a year and a half, or more than a year and a half. The residents in Huntfield Heights have just had it with these two people. They've been bringing more and more junk. There's been council interventions. There's been skip bins put outside their house. They've literally done everything they can, but it just grows and grows. And yesterday they took action. The police moved in. The council moved in. Basically, they filled up, I think, about 10 skip bins yesterday with everything you can imagine. There was Christmas decorations, massage chair went in, fridges, plasma TVs, clothing. I can't even start to tell you where it started and where it ended, but I can only imagine what they're going to unearth today because they're still going. There's going to be probably animals living in there. There's just could be anything in there. It's real mystery.
Yeah, plenty of raccoons in there, maybe.
Raccoons. Haydos, just describe the mood of the neighbours. I was reading in an article that neighbour Ray Lovell told Channel 7 it's a shit tip.
Yeah, he's spot on, Jodie. I know.
He's nailed
that. Another bloke we spoke to described it as a menagerie of junk. It is a buffet of everything you can imagine. It is just, it is unbelievable. There's tons and tons of rubbish in there. And you know, it is an obsession for hoarders to go out and collect this stuff. And there was a bit of a personal attachment to some items, believe it or not. And they were resisting the efforts to try and move it all out. They, at one point, tipped petrol on the items. Ooh. And you could tell that meant that they were quite defensive about what's in there. But I think they are having a good look at it and going, yeah, something needs to be done. The residents say something needs to be done in the surrounding neighbours. So, yeah. I can
imagine neighbour Ray Lovell is standing back going, do it! Line it up!
Hey, Haydos, before we let you go as well, just to give a bit of an insight behind the scenes, Haydos and I go to the same gym.
Yep.
And Haydos is on this big fitness journey. How many kilos have you lost in how many weeks, Hayden? Because you look magnificent, it must be said.
Look, yeah, probably about 60 weeks, 10 kilos. No, it has been great for me. It's been about 10 kilos lost. It has taken a bit of time to get over that hurdle, but look, I took one look at the Adonis-like physique of yourself, Hayesy, and just said, I have to go for it.
Hashtag fitness inspo.
Enough's enough. You only get one life,
right?
Where do I
sign up?
Hey, Dos, thank you so much for your time this morning. Good luck. Before we let you go, is there a bit of a stench?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
jeez.
Yuck.
Okay, so what do you mean? You're not wearing deodorant in the gym? Hey, good on you.
You know me, Hayesy. You know me.
Yes. Free spirit indeed. Hey, mate, we're going to keep on watching Sunrise this morning, so thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.
13 24 10, hoarding.
Discuss. Are you a hoarder? Because we would love to hear from you this morning, because I guess the most common question is why?
Yeah.
Why? What's with the What's with the compulsion to collect a heap of stuff? Is there something that you've got in your home that you can't throw out? Is there something that you keep and that you keep going out and seeking to find? I don't understand it, do you?
Yeah, I feel like between you and I, we're probably hoarders as well. Just 10 skip bins worth of excuses why I didn't play AFL and you didn't play for the Thunderbirds. Get involved 13 24 10.
We want to hear from you. So there is a house in Huntfield Heights that has been raided by Onkaparinga council officers and police. They entered the home on Monday morning just to clear it out. There's been like 10 skip bins full of stuff. This has been an ongoing feud for a little while.
Just an absolute cesspit. We want to get you involved. 13 24 10. Are you a hoarder? Do you live next to a hoarder? Any sort of hoarding stories? Because this quite literally stinks.
We just want a bit of a why. Like, why do people do it?
Yeah, see, I'm not about to say that my mother is a hoarder.
Oh.
But I'm into this now. I can't get out of home.
You've committed.
She would probably find it harder to get rid of stuff.
Right.
For example, and particularly stuff that I've done, schooling, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, my God.
So every time Mum and Dad come, because they're in country New South Wales, every time they drive down,
a
couple of boxes in the back.
Yeah.
Here's some stuff that you did, and here's this, and here's God knows what. Here's some of your toenail clippings from back in 1997, which I didn't want to throw out, so you deal with them.
My mother-in-law kept my husband's circumcision ring.
No, I was thinking that, but you said it.
Oh, because you started it.
So hang on, the dried little bit of skin. She kept it.
No, the ring around it.
What?
The ring around it that they used to...
No, that's not what happens.
Oh, isn't it?
No, he's not a lamb.
Oh.
He's not a sheep.
Oh, I thought it was a ring. Oh, okay.
Hang on a
I'm
second.
learning as we go.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
So, and then you're like, oh, why do you give me so much stick about growing up in Tasmania? This is why. They do things so much differently down there. They put a ring on him to circumcise him.
That's what I thought happened.
This is outrageous.
Abby,
I'm
help.
sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're veering off in an unbelievable direction, but
Help me,
we can't
Abby.
just let this go by.
All right. Okay. Well, I've obviously...
Abby's shocked. She's walked out, and I'm not sure that she's going to come back.
I've obviously misread this situation greatly, which sums up my whole experience with that region.
I'm sorry, but I can't stop laughing.
Yeah. I think we're all just in a little bit of shock.
Okay, I don't want to do this on air anymore. I want you to explain it to me off air because I don't get it.
And unfortunately for you, it now turns into an intervention.
How did we go from hoarding to this?
I don't know. You just took us back to... So we're just trying to share some stories, and I went back to country New South Wales, and you went back to the old days of Tasmania, and all of a sudden a little sort of Tasmanian gem piece came out.
Okay, I get it. You're so wholesome, I'm not. I understand. Let's go to Kirsty from Oakton and talk some more hoarding, please. Hi, Kirsty.
Good morning, guys. Sorry, I can't get the vision out of my head.
I'm so sorry about that, Kirsty.
That's all right. No, my dad was definitely a hoarder. He was a sparky, and he actually even used to keep the light switches that he took out of people's houses.
Wow.
That he replaced.
Yeah.
But he actually used to on-sell them, I must admit, that trash and treasure. So he was also tight. But no, he used to grab all the stuff on the side of the road. You know, people throw them out.
Oh, yes. So hard rubbish.
He'd go by in his Kingswood, chuck it in the back or on the top of the rack or whatever, and put it in his shed. Now, he's passed away recently, and we had 3 skips to get rid of all the crap in his shed.
Oh, my goodness.
And it amazed me, honestly. The stuff that was in there, you wouldn't dream of. Like, we're talking weird stuff.
Oh.
As in, like, not weird as in, rings, but weird as in... weird as in, like, just... I don't know, just random things like it's almost like anything shiny he thought he'd put in the shed.
Yeah, right. He's a lyrebird.
He's a lyrebird.
Oh, Kirsty, thank you so much. I'm sorry I did that to you. I'm sorry I've done that to everyone. Okay. Mel from Panorama. Good morning, Mel.
Hi, morning.
Morning. Are you a hoarder?
No, I'm actually calling just to say, Hayesy, that Jodie's actually right.
Oh.
They do use a ring.
Oh, my God. Really?
Yeah, both my boys, that's how they did it.
Wow.
I demand an apology.
Okay, look, I'm sorry. Okay, Mel, I'm sorry to everyone who's been offended when they've been circumcised by a ring, but without going into too much gory detail, how does this happen?
Well, I don't know how they do it initially because you're not in the room when they do it, but I definitely know that there's a ring after and you have to watch it sort of fall off as it heals.
Thank you so very much. Oh, my God. Each and every...
Jodie was right.
Thank you, Mel. Each and every one of you that ripped the PI55 out of me for the last 5 minutes, apologise. Hi, Ed Sheeran, and I want my apology.
If it's time for a winter trip, jump on What If, the place to go for quick Aussie getaways.
For me, it's just getting in the car and just going for a cruise and exploring.
For accommodation, flights and more, book on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Handball Blitz. Handball Blitz.
Oh, geez, I can't wait for this. Handball, huge, of course, we know. Schools across Adelaide. We've kicked off Adelaide's biggest handball competition. Kids all over Adelaide get the chance to be involved and become the absolute champion of the world. When I say world, we'll start with South Australia, but this is a nice little stepping stone for you.
Yes, and if you think your child has what it takes to be the handball champion of South Australia, get involved at the Nova Player. Make sure you jump on, get a spot in the tournament right now.
Big thanks as well to our good mates at McGain, Mike and Zoe down there, absolute legends. McGain Real Estate, massive supporters of local, making a difference all over SA. Selling your home? Trust McGain and trust the kids because they know what they're talking about when it comes to handball.
Sometimes they do. I sat down with my kids last night and I said, guys, I need you to explain handball to me, how it works at recess, how it works at lunchtime, what have you been up to and what are the rules? And what unfolded was an epically confusing conversation. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please. Here we go.
Okay, there's 4 boxes, Mum. King, Queen, Jack and Dungeon.
Yeah.
So the king is basically the king, yeah? King of the world. So king is here. Hayden, they can't see. What? That doesn't make sense. No, so if Dungeon gets king out... Now we're just doing a family talk. No, if Dungeon moves to Jack, Jack moves to Queen, King is out, and Queen moves to King.
I'm so confused.
Now so Jack gets the king out, so if how are you even supposed to explain? I know how to. Where's the handball? I know how to. Somebody, you just said it and no one understood. Oh no, Mum did.
Oh my gosh. So wait, who's Jack?
So everyone got it? Well,
Clear as mud?
Yeah. Well, apparently all different schools have different formats and different rules. So we're going to make this easy, make it universal. It's 2 square handball, okay? 2
Right.
square. So
2 square handball.
Don't worry about the Kings and the Jacks and the... What was the other one?
Oh, I don't know. Something about Jack Harlow, something about David King. I can't even remember. It's all very confusing.
Anyway, is that clear for everyone now?
Absolutely
I'm
not.
a bit worried about Hayesy. Does he know what a square is?
Yeah, you. It's hip to be square. It's fine. Can we get some kids involved?
Yeah.
Can you do a better job of explaining that?
Oh, better job than the Jodie children. Anyone could.
Which was a
Goodness me.
beautiful mess.
Oh, wasn't it?
2014.
You missed what I didn't record there was the storm out. Summer at one point was like, you don't know what you're talking about. You won't let me talk. And out she went. And I thought I'd save the tantrum for off air.
The anarchy behind the scenes. 2014, kids out there, potential champions. Explain handball to us, please.
2 square handball.
2 square handball.
That's all we
it?
need to know. Yeah.
All right. We'll
Isn't
take
that
your call
right,
next.
EP? Zoe?
As we look
Keep
for
it
the
easy.
next champion in our handball blitz, give us a call, 132410. Explain it to 2 people who aren't very intelligent in this space.
Oh, okay, that's not fair.
Okay, just the one. I'll own it. It's just me.
Handball Blitz. Handball Blitz.
So we heard from your kids before, and that was just a good old-fashioned mess, wasn't it?
It was a hot mess.
Yeah.
They were trying to explain the rules of handball and I just walked away scratching my little bonce going, I didn't understand any of that. And neither did the good people of Adelaide.
Yeah. So you thought, you know what, who we should channel? And we haven't made this an official position yet, but the handball blitz official correspondent, and that is Angus from Warradale. Good morning to you, Gussie.
Hi.
Yes, there he is. How are you, great man? Good stuff. Hey, mate, you're looking forward to this handball blitz competition, aren't you? You're looking forward to being the next champion of the earth?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Angus, okay, so how does it work? Can you explain as simple as you can how handball works in the playground?
So it's this game where you get this four little squares, and it's called King, Jack, Queen, and Dunge. And Dunge is where, you have a line, and people that want to play hop in the line for you. And Dunge is where you start. Jack is where you move up from Dunge, and then Jack is where you move up from Queen. And then Queen, when you get into King, that's when you can serve to other players. That's when you can change the rules and stuff.
Oh.
Well explained, young king.
And one more question for you, Gus. What's a liner?
A liner. It's where, so you know the squares, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's when it bounces on the line and it bounces out and nobody touched it, that means it's a redo.
Oh.
Well done. Hey, Gussie, before we let you go, can you give us a big let's go?
Let's go!
Good man. Does that simplify the rules a bit more for you?
But that was the way Gussie did that then was the way my children should have done it. It was very straightforward.
Very good stuff. Hey, you can download as well an official rule book that is on the win page. But of course, we need registrations now.
Yes.
The Nova Player is
Yes.
where you go.
The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. Just got valuable info. This is so juicy. Jodies Juice.
Very sad story this morning. Paris Hilton is mourning the loss of her dog. She wrote on Instagram, "Today my heart breaks as I say goodbye to my precious Chihuahua." I don't know if I can say this word. It's Haruka, B-I-T-C-H. That's the name of the dog.
Haruka bitch. That's how she would say it, I assume. Can we say that?
Well, you just
too late to dump now.
well, for an incredible 23 years, she filled my life with so much love, loyalty and unforgettable moments. She lived a long, beautiful and iconic life surrounded by love until her final peaceful slumber.
Hang on, did you say she was 23?
The dog, yeah.
The dog was 23?
Yeah.
That's a hell of an innings.
What's that in dog years then?
That's very, very old. So I feel like the last sort of year or two, maybe of that dog's life, it was very, very old little dog.
Yeah, okay.
Nice innings.
But I love that I've asked producer Zoe to do the maths on that one. How old's that in dog years? And she goes, very old.
Very old.
Thank you, Zoe.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Thanks.
Okay.
It also gives us an excuse to play this.
Yes.
Oh, that's the the full version. Let's not do that. Let's just do a little bit. There's so many people that hear this song and you're like, damn it, I like this song.
I know.
I shouldn't.
I hate myself for it, but it's bloody catchy.
But it's really quite catchy.
Yeah. Okay. Richmond's Damien Hardwick is reported to have called time on his tenure as the coach of the club. He is expected to coach his final game against Port Adelaide on Sunday at the MCG.
Huge.
He's the longest serving coach in Richmond's history. Do you realise that?
291 games.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And 3 premierships, of course.
Well, I don't know about that because it was his 307th game.
Really?
So 291's about, what's that, 16 short? Anyway, you were close.
Let me just have a few words with Sunrise because I 100% read that off the graphic. Tigers fans across the country, so flat.
If we're behind and never mind, we'll fight and we know we're from Tigerland. The Tigers, yellow and black, away from Tiger.
It's a sad time. Sad time for Richmond supporters because you look at some of their big, old, experienced players. Jack Rewalt, maybe he's got a year left. Trent Conchard definitely doesn't have a year left. What's going to happen with Dusty? Does he play on next year?
But Hardwick still had a year and a half on his contract, so he gets paid out. I've always thought that would be the upside of being a coach because at some point you're going to get sacked, but they have to pay out your contract. So he can sit on his coit for a year and a half and do nothing and get paid for it.
Yeah, that's okay. That sounds all right.
That's good, isn't it? That might happen to you when you get sacked around here.
I'll take a payout. Parents defend charging daughter rent to live at home 2 weeks after she finished school. We want you to get involved in this 13 24 10 as a parent. If you've got older siblings that are still living with you, or are you charging them rent? This is outrageous. A set of parents have divided opinion after admitting they charged their daughter rent to live at home 2 weeks after she graduated from school. The couple's name is Erica and Cody. They've gained nearly 1 million followers on the social media platform TikTok, giving fans an insight into their life on a ranch. And one of those insights is their decision to charge Kylie, their daughter, $200 a month in rent.
What's that, $50 a week?
It's not too bad.
That's what I tried to squeeze out of my daughter. Guess how much of that I saw?
Yeah, probably not much. But you do have so how much do you charge Harper to live with you?
She's 3.
Stiff that you're charging Harper.
So, okay, so that's 18, presumably, finished year 12.
Yep.
2 weeks isn't a lot of time to go out and get a job, unless they made her go and get a job like we did when she was like 15, 16.
Okay.
So, to be fair, my daughter was always working, like when she was going through high school and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But getting money out of that kid was like blood from a stone.
Yeah, because she's trying to save up for a new house and things like that.
Yeah. And her philosophy was, I would rather pay you $50 a week than do any housework, than do any washing, than do any babysitting of my sisters. She would rather just hand over some cash. And that was the agreement. I was like, okay, then let's roll that way. You can pay us, and yet, but that's on me because I never put my foot down and said, come on, man.
So hang on. So she did or she didn't pay?
Didn't pay.
She was supposed to pay but never did?
Never did.
Okay. So then how did that finish up? When did the landlord go, right, cough up some cash or get out?
Well, she's in Sydney now, so...
Oh, wow. Banished her to New South Wales.
I didn't banish her.
Oh, my gosh.
That was her choice.
She's probably listening to Fitzy and Whipper right now.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I've always found it really hard to just put my foot down and go, come on. I don't know. I think I'm too soft on that front. And so maybe I should have taken a leaf out of these people's books and been harder on it earlier.
Yeah, well, it's hard to police though, isn't it?
It's hard to do it to your own kid, I think. I think it's very difficult to make them, when you know they don't have a lot of money, give you some.
Don't think it was overly necessary when Greg forcibly removed her from the house. That was
13 24 10. Please get involved in this conversation. Do you have an older child living at home and do you charge them rent?
Yeah. So I went away to school at the age of 12. This is in New South Wales.
What?
And so effectively I hadn't lived with mum and dad since year 6. I would have comfortably wanted to live with mum and dad up until the age of about 30, I reckon.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why?
Just because of everything, like cooking, cleaning. Yeah, not for not for any other purposes that don't suit me.
Yeah, no, of course.
But I would have chipped in. I would have paid some rent.
I don't think your mother should be responsible for cooking and cleaning and doing your washing until you're 30.
No, well, look, there's that way. There's the way that you're doing right now, which makes me out to be an absolute pig. But I'm just saying, the youngsters who are like, well, I need my space. And I need to do my own thing, and I need my privacy. I didn't need privacy. I'd be happy to live with mum and dad for as long as they'd let me live with them.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how would you have felt if they had said hand over $200 a month?
I reckon I would have done it because I would have been working at the time as well.
Yeah.
$200 a month is very, very doable.
Yeah.
$50 a week. That's it.
It's certainly cheaper than being out on your own, isn't it? And paying whatever in rent a week.
Absolutely.
13 24 10. Is this
right.
a fair thing, you reckon?
I'll take your calls next. Right now on 13 24 10, we're just talking parenting and just where you sit in terms of your siblings living with you post the age of 18. Do you charge them rent? Do you let them freeload? Are they living with you until they're 60, which is weird and awkward?
Oh, it's judgy of you.
Have you got a 6-year-old son still living with you?
There's been an article come out just talking about the fact that one couple have charged their child who's 18 who just finished school after 2 weeks $200 a month.
Yeah. It's $50 a week though.
Yeah.
It seems quite reasonable if they're working.
13 24 10. We'd love to hear from you, Kim from Blakeview. Good morning. You there, Kim?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Welcome. You're on the radio. Are you paying rent?
Yes, I am.
Oh, how old are you, Kim, and how long have you been living with the folks for?
I'm 23 and I've been paying board since I was 17.
17.
Can we ask how much?
Yeah, I pay $100 a fortnight.
$100 a fortnight, yeah, so $50 a week.
$50 a week. And how do you feel about that, Kim?
I think you have to budget you for real life as well.
So you think it's a good thing that it prepares you for adulting?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
There you
All
go.
right.
So I would have taken the opportunity. I would have loved to have done that as a youngster. Just never, mum and dad just kicked me out nice and early. They said, go attack the world at the age of 12, son. Go get it.
Can you please explain that? You went to boarding school, mate. You weren't underprivileged.
They're not listening. They still think I'm on SEN. Where is he?
Sonia from Paradise. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. Where do you sit with this one?
I have two that do pay, well, I class it as board at home. They pay $80 a month.
Okay.
A month. That's like,
That's very
$20 a week. That's decent of
That's
you.
really good.
And Sonia,
it's on the proviso that they save a certain percentage of their wage for their future.
oh my God, that's such good parenting. I'm feeling so less than at the moment.
So there's a beautiful hidden message that will help them develop long-term as adults.
Absolutely. So, yes, we did up a budget plan with both of them, and they have two younger siblings still to follow. So,
Okay.
yep.
And Sonia, what do you do with the money?
It goes back into the food and the household goods
Great.
and everything around the home. So, yeah, and they know that. So, yeah.
Sonia, clearly you run a tight ship, and that is very admirable because it's a bit late for Jodes and her olds.
Yeah, you're going to pay me rent or not, I don't know.
Okay, then. That's in Sydney.
Yes, and they do not miss out. So it's kind of like, yeah, guys, this is how it works. We have 4 kids to do, so you've got to all contribute and help around home. And, yeah, they all pull their weight, so it's great.
That's awesome. Let's go to Emma from Maslin Beach. Good morning, Emma.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Are you charging or not charging?
I'm not charging. My 19-year-old daughter works 29 hours a week. She finished school last year, and my agreement with her was she had to save a portion of her pay instead of paying me rent, so she learned how to save for a house or save for when she moves out. So she actually puts aside between $200 and $400 a week.
And what price can you put on teaching responsibility, Andrew Hayes?
Yes, it's a great point, Emma. So have you made an agreement what she's allowed to spend it on, or do you expect, I don't know, within a year or two, a little first deposit or something?
No, that is her savings money, and she is an ambitious young lady. So she wants to save $400 a week, and she wants to get to $25,000 so she can deposit on the house.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
so
sensible.
She's not the kind of 19-year-old that's coming home with like a carton of guava cruises.
Mum, I've done it. I've just bought a jet ski.
I do expect her to go out and have fun because she needs to be rewarded for working. She actually is in the middle of getting her licence, and she travels 2 hours on public transport every day to go to her retail job, and she travels home doing that, and she hasn't missed a day of work.
Oh
my God.
Outrageously good.
Oh, wow.
Good parents out there. How are you feeling about your parenting now, Jones?
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hazy's on Miss Daisy.
It's Tuesday, time to inject some knowledge into that brain. You smashed it on the weekend, didn't you?
Oh,
boy.
Goodness.
Brains aren't supposed to be exposed to that sort of stuff.
Bit of repair work needs to be done.
Oh, I've got the Tuesday blues. All that sort of stuff. Do you know what? What about for this on this Daisy? Let's make it purely musical themed.
Okay.
Yep, okay.
Well, you're guiding this ship.
Okay, am I?
Hong Kong.
All right. well, let's see what happens here. Oh, that's the wrong sound effect. Whoa! Classic. 23rd of May, let's go back to 2000. Eminem releases his 3rd studio album, The Marshall Mathers LP, the fastest ever selling studio album.
Yes, I'm the real shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up.
At this stage of his career, he was still kind of speaking a little bit nasally when he rapped.
Yeah.
Before he started speaking a little bit differently. And if you don't believe me, look at his older stuff compared to his earlier stuff.
Yeah.
There's this real sort of nasally thing going on.
I think you're right.
Really cool. Don't get me wrong.
Like if you sort of held your nose and you're
Yeah. That's it.
Like that.
100%, that's it. 2020, Powderfinger reformed for a one-off live stream charity performance, One Night Lonely. 2020, it was their first concert in over a decade. 90,000 fans watched on YouTube. It gives us a good excuse to play this. Seriously, Bernard Fanning.
Yeah.
Crafted from God, I think.
Back in the days when you tried to pick up chicks by being a muso, is that one of the songs that you covered?
Yes, absolutely.
Of course it was.
Sunsets.
Yeah.
The other one as well was when he went solo. Remember he went solo?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to wish you well.
Wish you well, that's
yeah,
it.
but no one can sing like him as well. His range is just ridiculous. 1998, what about this? Steve Lacey, born in Compton, California. Today's his 25th birthday. Just another one of those characters. It's like, wow, he's only 25. He's achieved so much. When I was 25, I was still trying to find myself. Found myself too, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
2021, The Weeknd was nominated for 16 awards, winning 10 at the Billboard Music Awards in 2021.
And the Billboard Music Award goes to The Weeknd.
And he's quite a talented character.
He's dropped the E in The Weeknd, so now he's just WEEKND.
You think he's always been that? Oh my God.
I thought he was judging his name.
Now, there seems to be a spelling mistake on that one. There's no E at the end of weekend.
I thought, isn't he changing his name? Well, to what then?
Gosh.
To what then? Because I
Oh
saw
my
it written.
God.
I was like, he's dropped the E in weekend.
How did you not become a host of video hits back in the day?
Oh, so he's not just the Weekender anymore.
No. Yeah,
Righto.
good stuff. Number one song on May 23 in 2014, All of Me by John Legend. This beautifully shows off just how unbelievable his range is.
Yeah, and how much he loves his wife, Chrissy Teigen.
Yes,
There
and
you
there's a
go.
part where he goes, give it all and hearts on the table. No one can get it.
No one.
Except John Legend.
Yeah, well, you
Enjoy.
certainly couldn't.
Sorry about that.
Oh, God. Apologies, everyone.
What would I do without your smart mouth?
A big show coming up tomorrow. What the Fork returns.
Yes.
It's going to be good.
Okay, so if you're not initiated with What the Fork, this is basically those everyday things in life where you go, what the fork is that?
Yeah.
And it was born out of the fact that no workplace in South Australia has ever had enough forks.
Which is so true. I can't believe the phones were glitching.
Yes.
That's how many calls we got for this thing.
Yeah.
There's a fork shortage in every single workplace, and not just South Australia, possibly the planet.
Yeah, and we realised in this workplace that Abby was responsible for fork thievery, theft.
There's a queen of thieves when it comes to forks, and that is Abby from the newsroom.
That is correct.
She
Thank
just
you.
goes home and just lies in a giant pile of forks.
Bed of forks.
Does like a fork angel. Another 10K day continues tomorrow. And also, we could be sending you to the next big thing in Adelaide. Big announcement tomorrow.
Oh, another one.
Another one.
Jeez, we're good with those, aren't we?
We're chock-a-block full of surprises. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Let's just leave you with this. Why not? Start your day right.
I hope that's an in-word for you all day.
See you, friends. So hot.
Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy.